The island of Sodor is surrounded by beautiful blue sea. It has fields of green and sandy yellow beaches. There are rivers, streams, and lots of trees where the birds sing. There are windmills and a coal mine, and docks where visitors to the island arrive. Welcome to the island of Sodor.
Thomas was at the junction on his branch line. He was feeling pleased with himself for beating Bertie the bus in a race. "I must be the fastest engine on Sodor," he remarked proudly. Just then, Gordon puffed in with the express.
"The fastest, you say?" he huffed. "I heard about your race with that bus, but you'll never beat me in a race."
"I bet I could," replied Thomas.
"Puh, you can't."
"I can."
"Then prove it."
Thomas gulped as he then looked to his buffers. "I can't," he replied softly. "Sir Topham Hatt didn't approve of my race with Bertie. I couldn't possibly race that fast again." Gordon laughed.
"That settles it then. You're too afraid to race me."
The guard's whistle blew, and Thomas puffed away, feeling quite annoyed. The next day, Sir Topham Hatt came to see Thomas.
"You ought to take the Vicar's Sunday School to the mountains at Coldy Fell. Edward will handle your work."
Thomas was excited to see more of the railway. He collected the children of Farquhar and then set off. He soon arrived at the station at Coldy Fell, very much in a good mood, only for it to be ruined by the sound of Gordon's whistle.
Well, well, well. If it isn't the fastest tank engine on Sodor," he teased.
"I take it you haven't raced anyone today?"
"Dear me, you aren't living up to your title, are you, Slowpoke Thomas?"
Thomas soon lost his patience. "Slowpoke indeed! I bet I could reach the end of the loop before you." Up ahead, there was a big loop on the hill to send the engines back home. This was known as the Mountain Loop. Gordon grinned smugly as their drivers agreed. Thomas, however, had gone incredibly pale. The guards soon blew their whistles, and Gordon took off.
Catch me,
he laughed, as he then disappeared from view. Thomas was falling incredibly behind. He didn't want to upset the Fat Controller, so he didn't go fast. Just then, he saw a tunnel with a sign that said, "Stop! Not to be used by big engines." Thomas then had a cheeky idea. "Driver, switch the points quickly! We could take this as a shortcut to get ahead of Gordon." The points were switched, and Thomas puffed his way inside. "It pays to be a tank engine," he laughed. Gordon was coming down the slope, looking around to see Thomas nowhere behind him.
"He's given up,"
he laughed.
"That will show him."
But he was in for a surprise as he saw Thomas ahead of him. Catch me, whistled Thomas cheekily. Gordon tried to catch up, but Thomas was already too far ahead. Soon he arrived at the station. He had won his race against Gordon. The passengers cheered, but a top hat amongst the crowd wasn't celebrating.
"I am ashamed of you two," bellowed the Fat Controller. "You two know not to race at dangerous speeds." Especially you, Thomas.
But sir, replied Thomas, Gordon was pressuring me into doing it. Besides, I wasn't going fast. I just took a shortcut through the mountain.
A shortcut? Sputtered Gordon.
The Fat Controller soon laughed.
I see. Well done, Thomas. Well done. You may not be the fastest engine, but you certainly are a clever one.